Okay, everything okay.
Is the sound okay today?
Yes, it's okay now.
Clear better?
Clear.
Now enough. Sweet hand, you're real quick today. You're early today. How are you, sweet hand? And you? Unmute your microphone. Okay. How are you?
Good evening, Ajahn.
Sorry,
I was asking for my password. I had to key in something.
Okay. So how's the sound? Okay, can you hear me all right?
Yes, a little bit cracking, I think, but I can hear you.
Okay, still cracking a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Just a little. All right. Not annoying.
No, not at all. You never.
Okay. So are you keeping the precept today?
Not today, Ajahn. We are working today.
Okay. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday morning for you, right?
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, okay. We keep on Friday and Saturday.
You just got up, or yeah?
I got around 4:30.
4:30.
Yeah.
It's almost 6 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's almost 6.
So how's your practice going? Okay.
For us, like, other than like we, of course, like we still have thinking, right? So sometimes I was thinking, like, because we still attached to this like sankhara things, right? To this thinking, that's why we keep thinking. Is it? So we have to use mindfulness to stop thinking, right?
Yes, because we use thinking to be our tool to acquire what we want. We have to think with sankhara, avijja paccaya sankhara. Your delusion pushes the mind to think, so that the mind will then look for happiness through the body. Avijja paccaya sankhara. And sankhara send the mind to connect with the body, the consciousness, connect to the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body. Once it's connected to the body, the organs, the sensual organs, then it can then perceive the sensual objects. There's contact between the sensual objects. Then you get feelings, good feelings. You see objects that you like, you hear objects that you like, you get good feelings, vedana. Then you have cravings after that, to desire to acquire more and more, to have more and more of the good feelings from your contact with the essential objects. Then you become attached to these objects. And since they are anicca, when they disappear, you grasp for more, so you have becoming. And if the body dies, then you have to go and get a new body to continue on with your pursuit of happiness. You need the body, but the body has problem. The body get old, get sick, and die. So this is why you have to use Dhamma or wisdom to teach the mind this is not the way to pursue happiness. Because the path of this pursuit of happiness leads you to continuous rebirth again and again. Because you need to have a body to accomplish your pursuit of happiness. You need to have a body in order to be able to see, to hear, to taste, to smell, and to touch things. So the Buddha discovered a different path, a path in which you, instead of sending the mind outward, pulling the mind inside to make it calm and peaceful and happy. Then when the mind finds peace from calm, then find happiness from peace and calm, then it can stop going outside of the mind for happiness. And if you can keep the mind inside permanently, then you don't have to take a rebirth anymore. Is this clear enough to you?
Yes. And this is thinking, like, how about memory?
Memory is part of they go in pair. You need memory. You have to think about something that you have in your memory. You cannot think about something that you don't have in your memory. You think of something, some food, places to go. The memory will then show you where to go, what kind of food you want to eat, and so forth. So memory is the source of the pleasure you seek for. Once the memory arises of a picture, of a place, of a sound, then sankhara will then start to think, let's go get this sound, let's go get this object.
Mm-hmm.
Or you think about this memory, but you might think of a place, then you might start to recreate the sankhara, start to recreate the scene that happened in the past. And then you have desire for more. Oh, that was a good experience. I want to have it again.
Yeah.
So they both more or less work in tandem, memory and sankhara.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's clear.
And then when you have sankhara, then you have desire. Then you have uneasiness in your mind. So you have to go get what you want, see. If you cannot get it, then you feel terrible. You cannot remain still. Once you have desire, then this desire will then send you, push your mind, keep your mind restless, agitated. And the only way to calm your mind is to do what your desire asks you to do. Go get a Coke or get a cup of coffee or cigarette or whatever you want. Once you get it, then your mind calms down and you feel good. And actually, you're just creating the bad feeling, and then you have to get rid of this bad feeling by satisfying your desire. Rather than stop, the Buddha discovered a different way. When you have desire, you should stop your thought, stop your desire by using mindfulness. If you can stop your thought, then your desire will disappear, and then your mind become calm and peaceful. Then you don't have to go after your desire. And every time your desire comes up, this is how you do it. Instead of going after your desire, you resist your desire every time. Go get a cup of coffee. No, I'm going to meditate instead. I'm going to find happiness from meditation. If the body is thirsty, I'll drink pure water, but no coffee, because coffee has taste, has smell, has this is sensual objects. You want to give up. You've been addicted to it. You've been addicted to the sensual objects. So you need meditation to stop your mind from grasping, from desiring, from going after the sensual object. And if you have strong mindfulness, then you can sit and meditate, or not sit. You can use a mantra, reciting the 32 parts or whatever, until your desire stop. Then you feel a sense of release. Once your desire stops, desiring. You will experience a sense of peace and happiness without having to do anything to satisfy your desire. So this is a better way, is to resist your desire, not to accede to your desire. And if you have wisdom, it can be very helpful. Wisdom will teach you that whatever object you grasp for, you want, will eventually change or disappear, because they are all impermanent. And by the virtue of the impermanent, they can cause you dukkha when they change or when they disappear. If you see this with wisdom, then you can stop your desire easier, because you don't want to go and experience dukkha. For instance, if you know if you catch this plane and it's gonna crash, you want to get on that plane.
No.
Okay, same thing. If you go after this sensual object, you're gonna cry. It's gonna cause you dukkha sooner or later, sadness or disappointment or whatever. But you don't see that. You only see, oh, if I get this object, I'm gonna be happy forever. That when people marry, they expect to live happily
Ever after.
ever after. They never thought that there could be a temporary happiness, and then things start to go sour after a while.
So how to get rid of the sour nut right now?
You just have to stay away. You cannot get rid of the sour. This is part of part of life. Everything is impermanent, sweet and then sour. Life is sweet and sour.
Yeah, not sweet and check. That's why.
But we don't see the sour parts. We don't see the sweet side of it. So when it becomes sour, we get divorced, right? Separation.
Oh, that's the only way out.
Yeah. So this is wisdom. If you can see that everything that you think is sweet is going to become sour sooner or later, because it's impermanent, then you say, I better not have it. Right? So that's what we lack. We lack the wisdom to see the other side of the coin. We only see one side of the coin, the sweet side. We don't see the sour side of the coin, of life, of things. So we end up having dukkha in the end. So this is what we need to see. With this perception, then you can stop your desire completely. If you know that if you drink this drink, it's gonna cause cancer, would you buy and drink it? You won't, right?
Yeah.
So that's why nowadays they have products that is free from cancer for sale. Vegetable without any chemicals, organic vegetable, organic food. Because if you eat manufactured food, you usually got chemicals that can cause cancer. Same thing. Everything that you think is good is really cancer causing. Sooner or later, you're gonna get cancer from what you want. This is anicca, impermanent. It's good in the beginning, tasty, good, make you feel good when you consume it. But you're accumulating this cancer that eventually will cause you to have cancer. That's why so many people nowadays get so many cancer, because they consume chemicals more than the body can accommodate. So it ends up creating cancer cell in the body. Okay, so this is the Buddha's message. Try to see everything as anicca. And anatta meaning you cannot change. You cannot make everything sweet only. Everything will always be sweet and sour, whether you like it or not. That's anatta. Anicca is changed from sweet to sour. So when you change from sweet to sour, you get dukkha. You get suffering. Okay? So this is what we are trying to develop, the perception of anicca, dukkha, anatta, of everything that we pursue, which we think will make us happy. They will make us happy in the beginning, but eventually they will change or they will disappear, and then dukkha will comes in. And you also need to have strong mindfulness, because even when sometimes you see that it's dukkha, but you still, your desire is so strong, you say, I cannot take the restlessness and agitation that is being created by this desire, this intense desire. So you would go after it anyway, because if you resist, you will feel very uncomfortable. So you need strong mindfulness to calm your mind, to make your mind comfortable, to be able to do what your wisdom tells you to do. It's not to go after your desire, not to go after the object of your desire. So you need two things. You need samadhi. This is the strength of the mind, to stop the mind. Wisdom is to tell you why you should stop your mind from going after your desire, because everything you go after is anicca, dukkha, anatta. So you first need to develop samadhi, to have the strength to resist your desire. Then you teach your mind to see why you should resist your desire, because your desire will lead you to suffering, to dukkha eventually. So when you have both of this, then you will be able to stop your desire. If you just have just one, the wisdom, without samadhi, when your desire comes up, you cannot resist it. Because, but if you only have samadhi and you have no wisdom, you can only stop your desire temporarily when you go into samadhi. But after you come out, your desire will come up again when you see or think of something that you like. So you need both. But you cannot develop both of them at the same time. So you need to develop samadhi first. That's why the Buddha teaches the practice in steps. First you develop sila to support your samadhi practice. Once you got samadhi, then you can use wisdom to fight your desire, to stop your desire. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn.
Yeah, the people coming in now, so I'll let me go say hello to them. Okay. I think
Thank
Philip,
you.
you are next. Philip. Okay. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
You got any question today?
Yeah, going back to the questions previously, with regards to memories, which and the sankharas, right? Are some of the memories, right, can it be from the past life, and some of the sankharas which are related?
Yes, in the mind it contains many memories. That's why sometimes you have a sense of deja vu, as if you have been in this place before, here before, or met this person before in your past life.
So some of the aversion that you have that you cannot explain in this life, it could be from previous.
Right, from your reaction from your previous life. Your reaction has been sort of built up until it becomes a habit. You have certain like and you have certain dislike. You like a certain color and you dislike a certain color. You like a certain taste and you dislike a certain taste. Food, for instance, clothing that you wear. or people that you meet. When you see this person, you say, he's not my type. When you see this person, yeah, this is my type. I like this person. That's because in your past life, you're used to this type of people. So it's just like a merry-go-round. We're going from one birth to the next, and we come back to the same old place, meeting the same old people.
Right.
Maybe not exactly the same people, but the type of people, same type of people. Bully, friendly, some people like bullies, some people don't like bullies.
The other thing is that I mean the other day when I was in meditation, and it was after quite a while and peaceful and things like that. And as I was ending the meditation period, right? Strange enough, the earliest memory of my childhood, which I can't even remember, almost as a baby, right? I can remember, the smell of milk and even like the clothing and things like that that can pop up. Does the mind, can it regress so far backwards?
Well, the Buddha said he could trace so many 100,000 lives. If you have good memory, because everything is like a hard disk. Every experience that you had is contained in your mind. Your mind is like a giant hard disk, contain all the memory that the mind has experienced.
Right.
And it depends on your ability to recall this memory, these experiences.
Right. So that is why the deja vu. I mean, certain times where you have like flashbacks of things that you have not even been there, or on. Okay.
Yeah. Similar type of people, similar type of places. Maybe not exactly the same place, but similar.
Okay. And Ajahn, there's one more question is with regards to after a while of meditation in a normal course of life. I noticed something very strange. I mean, is the ability to see things as it's going to come or will arise, and whether I should take the action next or not take the action. I mean, and some people say, it's almost like sixth sense. Some of my colleagues and my friends say that, hey, you have a sixth sense. But I say, no, it's not. It's just very logical that certain things, will arise if you are looking at this condition. So, I mean, I'm not too sure is whether the mindfulness is sharpening during the normal day or normal course of action when I'm actually doing my normal things, and I'm just observing things in a more detailed manner that people are actually not observing it.
Well, the point is not to wonder. The point is to know, and if you can use it to your advantage, then use it. If it's not to your advantage, then you should abandon it.
Yeah.
That's more important.
Yeah, correct.
The thing is, maybe in your past, you look at things and you know how things develop. So in this, we call it experience, right? So when we see this same type of experience, we know what's going to happen. When you see a teenager drink recklessly and drive, you know what's going to happen. You don't have to predict. It's just a matter of cause and effect, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's almost to that. I mean, like for example, advising people, don't do that if you are going to do that. Things will appear, but they don't just see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Anything? No, not today.
Okay, we'll go to Sammy. Haven't seen you for a while. From Lebanon. Are you still in Lebanon?
Hello. Yes, but I'm still in Lebanon. It's been a while. Yeah, I've been a little busy around here.
Any question?
Not really. No, I'm just tuning in and listening to everybody.
Okay, let me go to Kenneth from Switzerland. Hi, Ken. How are you?
Good afternoon, Ajahn. I'm
You have to
very
speak
well,
a bit
thank you.
louder. Okay. Yeah,
Is
so
that
now
better?
you might- Yeah, better.
Okay. Yes, good afternoon, Ajahn. I'm fine, thank you. I'd like to ask a question relating to walking meditation. A few times recently when I've been walking, I suddenly, after a while, became aware of the skeleton just walking. And so especially the legs, the leg bones and the feet bones. And just as I was walking, I was very aware of the skeleton just moving along, and just being aware of that, just watching it. It's just like watching a machine operating, really. Like, it didn't seem to me that I was walking. I was just sort of observing a machine as it was walking along. And actually, it was quite a calming sort of experience. And I continued just to be aware of that experience as I walked along. Is that a correct way to practice the walking?
Yes, that's one way. You use the skeleton as your object of your focus on mindfulness. So you stop thinking about other things. So when you don't think about other things, then your mind becomes calm, peaceful, and happy. So it can happen. You mean normally when you start walking, you did not think about the skeleton. You were observing the body instead, right? Walking left and right, your steps. But then suddenly your mind create the skeleton for you to watch. It's okay. Maybe because you used to listen to talk about skeleton for a long time, and then it sinks in your mind.
Yeah.
Suddenly it comes up with your walking. You can see your body as skeleton walking skeleton.
Yeah.
You can extend this further when you see other people. See everybody as walking skeleton. Then you will then sort of have no discrimination. Because everybody is the same, right? Whether you are white, black, or brown, whether you are Jewish or Muslim or Christian, we are walking skeleton on this earth.
Yeah. Actually, this experience, when it started, after a while, I became very interested. I just find it very interesting to keep just watching the machine walking along.
It should let you have universal compassion, universal kindness, metta.
Yeah.
Toward all beings. The Buddha says, "Sappe satta." That we are all the same. We're just skeleton. We're just walking skeleton. And eventually they'll put us in a box and then lay us in the ground. Nobody gets anything, takes anything with them from this earth.
Okay.
Then we'll stop fighting, with competing and all these things.
Yeah.
This is what you should do. If you can see the skeleton, then you should maintain it as much as possible.
Okay.
Even when you're not walking meditation. Whenever you see yourself in the mirror, whenever you see people, whenever you think of yourself, just think of yourself as walking skeleton.
Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
I think there's a story. I think in the scripture that one of the monks used the skeleton as his object of contemplation and mindfulness to the point where when people come and ask him, did you see that person walk by here? And say, no, I only saw a skeleton. I didn't see nobody. I don't see skeleton walking by.
Okay.
If you ask me who that person is, I don't know, because I don't see that person anymore. I see the skeleton of that person more. Okay, good. I think if you can use that to calm your mind, to teach your mind the truth of the body, I think you might be able to become enlightened pretty soon. If you can look at yourself, your body as just a skeleton, then what the hell? Why should you worry about it? Why should you look after it? Why should you be afraid of it dying? And it's gonna die. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Ajahn. That's very helpful.
Another thing about skeleton, I went to a monastery, and in the dining hall they hung a skeleton, and there's a small sign under the skeleton say, "I am your future, you are my past." Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty good wisdom, huh?
Good. Yeah.
I am your future, you are my past. All right, okay.
Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
Let me say hello to Rudy. Rudy, you're next.
Good evening, Ajahn.
Where are you from?
I'm from Indonesia.
Okay. Anything to ask or anything to comment?
Maybe I'm new. I'm the beginner of the meditation, so I just started the meditation for 2 weeks. So I just want to ask, maybe in the first 15 minutes I can focus on my breath with anapanasati, but after that 15 minutes, I feel that I can't focus on my breath anymore. So last week I came here from the Facebook meeting. So I see I hear that you said that started from the chanting. So I started to chanting Amitabha. I started from the first 30 minutes, and then after the chanting ended, I started meditation. I just feel that my meditation is not. I think I cannot focus on my breath also. I think maybe you can give me any advice for that. Thank you, Ajahn.
What do you mean by not being able to focus on your breath? The breath is okay, or you cannot concentrate on your breath?
Yeah, I cannot concentrate on my breath.
Well, that means you don't have enough mindfulness yet. Then you have to keep chanting some more.
Okay.
And for another half an hour.
Okay.
Until your mind become more stable, not thinking about this and that. And see if you can watch your breath again.
Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Next, Starling. How are you, Starling?
Well, thank you, Ajahn. Thank you.
Have you?
Yeah, we are only just listening.
Listening. Have you sent a message to Phoebe?
I think she might not be able to join today because she was worked very late last night.
She's still sleeping.
But she will catch up with the video later on, she said. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Then we go to Sinyi and Monica. Hi, you're from Singapore, right?
Malaysia. Good evening, Rampo. We're from Malaysia, Johor Bahru.
How are you?
We were actually quite busy. That's why we missed your session last week. Yeah. So, but today we decided we had some time to join.
Okay. Any question?
Actually, Rampo, I was looking at this dependent origination, which says that the Abhijato Pachayos Sankhara. And here Sankhara means karma formations. But then on the other side, the foundations of 4 foundations of mindfulness, it mentions that our thoughts are the sankharas. Are they actually the same?
Yes, they're mental formation, not karma formation. Your thought. Sankhara is your thought, your thinking. like you said, you think you want to join the Zoom meeting today. That's Sankara doing the work. And it's driven by Dhamma, not Avijja. Why? Because if it's Avijja, then it's probably drive you to go look to watch a movie instead. The Avijja will want you to go look for happiness from the sensual objects, like going to a movie, going to a party, going shopping, going sightseeing. This is the work of Avijja, driving your Sankara. But if it's Dhamma, then it will drive you to go chanting, to go listening to Dhamma talk, to read Dhamma books, to give dana, to keep the precepts, for instance. Then this is considered to be Dhamma Pattaya Sankhara. So we want to reprogram our mind from being anicca, from avijja Pattaya Sankhara to become Dhamma Pattaya Sankhara. So we think of Dhamma, we have to study Dhamma so we know what Dhamma is and what Dhamma expects us to do. Once we have Dhamma, then we'll use Dhamma to generate our thoughts. You will think in terms of Dhamma rather in terms of avijja. Because Dhamma has better result, has better happiness than what you can get from avijja, which means the essential object. That's why you want to study as much Dhamma as possible. And then you can use the knowledge of Dhamma to drive your Sankara, to go in the direction of Dhamma, and not to go in the direction of avijja, which will lead you to recycle, rebirth again and again.
Okay. So let's say maybe lately I've been very busy. So when I wake up, suddenly I find like the thoughts keep flooding in. And then I can feel the heart very like suddenly become very clouded and restless. Is it because it's driven by avijja?
That's right. Usually, your thought will, if it's driven by avijja, usually cause agitation and restlessness. If it's driven by Dhamma, it will be calm and clear. So as soon as you get up, you should use Bhutto, saying a Bhutto instead of think about money or business or engagement or anything like that. As soon as you think about those things, your mind can become restless and agitated. But if you think about Bhutto, then your mind become calm and clear and peaceful and happy. So that's why I recommend that as soon as you get up, you should start using mindfulness to control your mind, to stop your mind from thinking with avijja. If you don't have mindfulness, you don't have Dhamma, then avijja will take over your thought. Cause you to worry, cause you to have bad feeling, fear or whatever. Because you think of things that will cause you to have fear or worry. So you stop your thought, you from thinking about those things and stop it by using Bhutto or chanting. Then you cannot think about those things. So when you don't think about those things, your mind becomes clear and calm and peaceful. So try to develop as much as mindfulness as possible. As soon as your mind starts to think with avijja, then you should stop it right away. But you cannot stop it because you had practice using Bhutto. So you should try to practice using the mantra as much as possible first. And when you start to think with avijja, then you can use mantra to stop it. So it's always useful to be able to recite the mantra as much as possible in your your waking hours, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Then you will have strong mindfulness to resist your thoughts that will be directed by avijja. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Lampo. Thank you, Lampo.
I think Alvin, you're next, right? Did you already say something before? You have to unmute your microphone. Somehow it's not working.
Hi, Ajahn, how are you?
Good. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too, Ajahn. Yeah, no, I think I lost my connection just now. Okay. Ajahn, I remember and I was told that achieving jhanas and being an Arya is mutually exclusive. Even during Buddha's time, there are people, a lot of practitioners before that have achieved jhana, but they are not Aryas. They have not entered the stream. And recently I heard a comment that the jhana that achieved by these people could be different from the jhana that was mentioned in the sutta. So you got any comment on that, Ajahn?
No, I don't have any. I think the sutta is quite accurate, describing all the jhana. And if anybody else wants to have any different description of the jhana, it's okay. But we don't have to worry about it. Just stick to the jhana described by the Buddha. It's not teaching by the Buddha. In the scripture, it's all taught by the Buddha. So we can be quite comfortable or certain that we are getting from the right source. But we don't have to go argue with the other source. Let them say whatever they want. We just stick to our scripture.
So in a way that there are people that can achieve jhana and yet they are not stream enterer, right?
No, they are not. Like the Buddha, before he became enlightened, he achieved jhana first. But he wasn't satisfied with jhana because jhana only stopped his dukkha when he was in jhana. But when he comes out of jhana, then his dukkha comes back again. So his goal is to see if he can have no dukkha all the time, whether in jhana or not in jhana. So he has to then to strive on his own for a bit longer, because he asked the teachers that he studied with, and they could only teach him the jhana, the rupa and the arupa jhana only. So then he has to go and do the trial and error method. Then he eventually discovered the cause of dukkha, the craving, the three cravings: kama tanha, bhava tanha, vibhava tanha. And in order to get rid of the craving, you have to see anicca, dukkha, anatta in the object of your craving. So once you see everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta, then all his craving is completely destroyed. They no longer fool him anymore. Avijja is destroyed. Avijja is not seeing the anicca, dukkha, anatta. Avijja is the one that blinds us from anicca, dukkha, anatta. And we need the Buddha to open our mind to see anicca, dukkha, anatta. Only the Buddha can do this first by himself. Then after that, then he teaches the other people, and they become noble disciples. Then they can use the same wisdom to teach other people. And this is how it's been passed along right down to the present, 2,500 years or so. All right?
All right, thank you.
Okay. So we'll go to Leonard. Leonard, say hi, how are you? I knew you. Where are you from, first of all?
Hi, Ajahn. I'm from Singapore.
Okay.
I met you 3 years ago, and I stay in one of the huts in the kuti.
The platform. Huh?
Yes, thank you very much for accommodating. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh, I just have a simple question. I can get into nimittas very easily, but I do not know how to go forward.
You shouldn't play with the nimitta. You should ignore them, because if you stick with the nimitta, then you're stuck. You should stick with your meditation object instead. Come back to your breath or using a mantra and stick with your meditation object. Then your mind can go deeper into karma and eventually enter into jhana that way, the fourth jhana.
How does it happen? I mean, the first, I lost track of time for the first 5 to 10 minutes, and I just concentrate on my breath, nothing else, and I just get all the nimittas very easily. But I do not know what happened after that. And after that, I can just come back to my own normal daily life.
It means you lost your mindfulness. You don't know what's happening.
I see nothing. I just only my breath.
You should just stick to your breath and disregard the nimitta. Don't pay attention to them. If you can still watch your breath, it means you're still mindful. And your mind will lead you away from the nimitta. Eventually, the nimitta will disappear. And then eventually your mind will become calm and empty. That's where you want to go. Emptiness and calm and upekkha.
Because I see beautiful bursts of light.
When you start to seeing this thing, then you start meditating. You're not watching your breath anymore.
Yes, you are right. After a while, I would come out of it.
Yeah. So you start there. So every time you meditate, you get to the nimittas, and then you just stay with the nimitta instead of staying with your breath.
I see. Thank you very much, Ajahn. So
try to stay with your breath only, not and disregard everything else, whether they are nimittas or feelings or whatever. Any experiences that arises while you meditate, you should disregard them, ignore them, and pay attention only to your breath.
I will. I'll try again.
Okay, see how it
Yeah,
works. Okay.
I'll try again. I'll let you know on my next meeting.
All right.
Thank you.
Is that all?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. We'll go to Kafai. Kafai.
Hi, good day to you, Ajahn. I'm from Malaysia. So
Can you
for
speak a
tonight,
bit
I'm
louder?
just.
Can you speak a bit
Hi,
louder?
can you hear me? I'm from Malaysia. So today, just part of this meeting. No question for tonight.
No question.
Just to listen other different insightful thoughts. That's all I have.
Okay. Nice talking to you. We'll go to Gek Yenso. Hi, Gek. Am I pronouncing your name all right? You have to unmute your microphone.
Okay. Hi, Tan Ajahn. Yeah, you're pronouncing correct, Tan Ajahn. It's Gek Yen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you? You're from Penang, right?
Yes, from Penang. Sorry, I'm late. I just back from charity work. Yeah.
Oh, see, you do dana first.
Yeah, done. Because every Tuesday we have some activity.
The precept, the 5 precepts.
Yes, today I have 8 precepts. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And now you are developing vipassana by listening to Dhamma talk. Wisdom.
Okay.
Next thing you should do is meditate and to get samadhi.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, just keep doing this practice, and then you will move along. You'll move forward as you go along. But you should do more and more of meditation if you can.
Okay. Yeah.
And less of dana if you don't have to. Or do it once and for all. Give everything that you have once and for all. Then you don't have to worry about giving anymore.
Okay.
Become a nun, become a bhikkhuni. Because dana and bhavana can be on the opposite side. See, if you do dana, you feel you will find it difficult to pavana. So if you want to advance in your pavana, then you have to suspend your dana.
Okay.
And do dana later on. But if you want to advance in your practice, you have to concentrate on your pavana and sila, but not dana. You can both of this they cannot go at the same time. Dana and pavana are sort of opposing each other, because when you do dana, you use a lot of thinking. You get involved with people and things, so you cannot pavana. So if you pavana, then you cannot get involved with people and things. So eventually you have to suspend dana if you want to advance in your pavana. But right now you might be able to do both because you're not doing too much of everything. So you can still share. You can have time to do a little dana, keep a little precept, and do a little pavana. But eventually you want to concentrate on pavana only, like monks and and mechi and nuns, and they give up all their money and possession, and then they don't have to worry about dana anymore, and they can concentrate on pavana. Okay. Any question today?
Ajahn, for the meditation, is it compulsory or necessary the two thumbs has to be touching each other on left and right?
Your palm, normally you put it on your lap, facing up, left, right over left.
So these two thumbs, is it necessary have to touching each other?
No,
or you can...
no need to. Just
not necessary.
lay your palm flat. Yeah, just lay your palm flat on your lap, right over left, or left over right. It doesn't really matter whichever where you feel comfortable. And sometimes you can just put your left and your right hand on your left on your knee. On your lap. Once you start meditating, then you don't want to pay attention to your body. You just leave it alone. Because you want to withdraw the mind from the body. The mind can only enter jhana when it withdraws from the body. And if you keep bringing the mind back to the body by trying to arrange your body, move your body, then you will not be able to withdraw from the body to enter into jhana. So when you start meditating, then you should just stop worrying about your body. You should not pay attention to your body. Just pay attention to your meditation object only.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ajahn.
Here we have Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Can you unmute the microphone? Where are you from?
Hello, Ajahn. I'm from Singapore. Thank you so much for your talk.
Any question today?
Yes, Ajahn. I remember there is another sister who is similar to my situation. We quitted our job and we wanted to spend some time to do a long retreat. But because of the current situation, we have to, the plans have to change. So I'm kind of losing my direction now because I feel very unsure of what I'm doing. I think like what you said just now, maybe avijja is overriding my mindfulness at times. It's very peaceful if I can just do a whole day sitting in my own place. But reality is we have to earn some money. And I remember that you told us that it's good to find a simple job. But I'm very unsure. I just came back from a job interview, and I find that without this kind of like a good status, good job, like we have no identity, and of course we wish to earn a lot of money so that we can do enough dana and we can go on long retreats. So I'm totally like, I'm kind of in a loss right now, Ajahn.
Okay, this is a avijja of thinking also. You don't want status, you don't want good job, so that you can have money to spend on dana. You just want to have enough money to feed your body, so that you can have time to meditate, to practice. So any kind of job that can give you enough money to support your body, I think that's good enough. You don't have to be job with status, with lots of money. You don't need to do dana anymore. If you want to meditate, you can stop dana. Dana is only for those who have money and they don't know what to do with them. Then they should give it to dana. But if you don't have money, then don't worry about dana. Worry about bhavana. Okay. So if you live alone, you don't have to worry about going to a retreat. You can use your home as your place of retreat. And you need instruction, just go online. There's so many Dhamma talks you can listen to. It can then inspire you and keep you in the Dhamma direction. If you're away from Dhamma, you'll forget Dhamma, and then your avijja will then start to create this kind of thought. What should I do? Should I work more? Should I earn more money? And so forth. But if you keep listening to Dhamma talk, read the Dhamma books, then you want to do as little work as possible. Only when it's really necessary to support your body. Other than that, you don't want to do any work. You want to meditate instead. You want to work the Dhamma work, not the worldly work. Okay. All right. I think we cover everybody now. So this time is for anybody who wants to ask questions. And just raise your hand and then unmute your microphone. La, you have any question from? Okay, she has some question. Go ahead.
Yes, Ajahn. There are two questions from Facebook. The first question from Mr. Lu. Dear Ajahn, is it safe to practice meditation at home without the guidance of a teacher? Thanks and sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
If you know how to meditate, then you can practice alone. If you don't know, you have to study first to know the proper way of meditating. Once you know, then you don't need a teacher to be close to you. And if you have any doubt or question later on, then you can then consult with your teacher later on. But meditation is so simple. Just be mindful of your meditation object. That's all you need to do. Okay.
And next question from Miss Keep Kim. Ajahn, the way we react is depend on what we learn from the past experience, right? So how to manage our reaction?
You have to use rationality instead of your impulse. Impulse is based on how you used to react in the past. And if you find that reacting by impulse can cause you harm, then you should use reason or rationality. Should I react? Should I not react? So forth. What happened if I react? What happened if I don't react? So you have to switch from being impulsive to become rational instead in your reaction to people and things. Okay, anybody? We only have 19 participants today. There are not many questions. We'll come back to sweet hand, check hand. Do you have any question or comment?
Yes, may I ask one question, Ajahn?
Go ahead.
The Buddha said that when we do good action, we create good karma, and bad action create bad karma. But he said eventually we want to create no karma. But when we are practicing the Dhamma, when we're meditating, aren't that creating good karma as well? Or
no, you're not creating any karma. So when you stop, when you sit, you're not saying anything, you're not doing anything, you're not thinking, then there's no, you're not doing any karma. Karma is the action of body, speech, and mind, the thought. So when you stop, when you meditate, you stop all these three karma. Karmas mean action.
So that's what the Buddha meant, like to create no karma, meaning we meditate.
To stop moving, to stop saying, and stop thinking, just to be merely knowing instead. Then you will not lead your mind to rebirth, because you stop it. But in order to stop it completely, permanently, not only meditation is enough. Meditation can stop temporarily when you meditate. So when you come out, you have to use vipassana or wisdom to teach your mind to stop reacting to things that you like and things that you don't like. Normally we react to them. If things you like, you want to have more. If things you don't like, you want to get rid of it. Right? So most of these are considered mental action that will lead to speech and body action. So once you see that everything is anicca, dukkha, anatta, then you stop reacting.
Stop reacting means stop creating.
Stop karma. Reacting is also karma. Action, reaction, these are all karma. So you just merely know, merely see, merely hear. When you see food that you like, you just merely see. Don't grab at the food that you see. Unless your body needs it, then it's okay. If you do this, it's not karma. It is feeding the body. It's not karma. Karma has to come from desire. Has to be accompanied by desire. Then it's considered to be karma. But if you act out of rationality, then this is not considered karma, because it's not addictive. It's not repetitive. You only do under that circumstances. And when that circumstance doesn't happen, then you don't do anything. Like when your body is not hungry, then you don't eat. You only eat when your body is hungry. But if you eat because you want to eat, then it doesn't matter whether your body is hungry or not. As soon as you want to eat, you start eating. This is karma. Karma leads to more karma. But non-karma doesn't lead to more karma. Non-karma means action without desire. Action based on rationality. The Buddha still did karma after his enlightenment, but it was all based on rationality, not based on desire. When he has to go on collecting food, it's because it's time for him to go collect food. When it's time for him to eat, he eats. But he doesn't do it out of his desire to go on arms round or to go collect food. The situation forced him to do it. The body situation forced him to go collect food to feed to the body. But once it's finished, then he doesn't go look for more food. Not going on second round in there for lunch and then third round for dinner. That's what you people do. You do out of desire, not out of rationality. If you do out of rationality, you only eat once, it's good enough. But you always have reason, I work hard, I need energy. If I don't eat, I don't have the energy to work and so forth. Or the body might get sick because I don't eat enough. Actually, you're eating too much. You get sick because you eat too much, not eating enough. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's bad idea to go to the buffet, Ajahn. you always go for second round.
Second round, third round.
Fourth round.
You want to make the money worth, right?
Where it was your money. But you're killing yourself without knowing. You end up paying more because you have to pay the medical bill.
Right.
Okay. So we have to, yeah.
The
Not
Buddha
hungry.
and the noble disciple, they still do action, but it's not karma. Their action that is not considered to be karma.
Okay.
Because it's not addictive karma. They're not addictive action. Like smoking, drinking, coffee, this is addictive. You have to keep repeating this action because it's based on desire. But if someone offers you a cup of coffee out of the blue and you never drink coffee before, if you drink that cup of coffee, it's not addictive really, because it doesn't come from your mind. That doesn't come from your desire.
So then Ajahn, like let's say if something hit us, right? Like we get angry, but then we recite. We reciting like Buddha. Is that stopping the karma?
You stop the reaction temporarily. But if you use wisdom, you can stop it permanently. Say, why react? Things will gonna happen anyway. We're all gonna end up dead anyway. So why do anything, right?
Yeah. So we reciting meaning we stop that right there. Stop the karma right there.
Yeah, just temporarily.
Yeah, temporary.
But if you see that it's anicca, dukkha, anatta, it's anatta, you cannot change things. You might think you change things, but you're not really changing anything. Everything will always be aging, sickness, and death. No matter what you do, eventually everything is like that. When everything rises and sits, you create something, then eventually it will be destroyed sooner or later. By somebody or by just the time. Time can destroy things also, right?
Time destroy things, yeah.
So why do anything? Waste your time. It's better just to merely know, merely see, like the Buddha said. Only do if you have to, out of necessity, like maintaining your life. Then you have to do it. But if you don't want to maintain your life anymore, then you don't have to do it either. You don't have to. When you get sick, you don't have to. You go to see a doctor, just let it get sick and die of itself. Some monks do that. Some noble disciples, they just get tired of looking after the body, so they just leave the body alone. When the body gets sick, okay, let it get sick. Let it heal itself if it's gonna heal. If it's not gonna heal itself, then let it die.
Yeah.
But they don't worry about the body because they don't rely on the body to make them happy anymore. They can be happy without the body.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we have a few more people just came in. I think ST, you're next. ST, can you unmute your microphone?
Hi, ST.
Hi, where are you from?
ST here, from Singapore. Yeah, just glad to join you. Just that your side is a bit soft. I can't really hear clearly, but I don't know whether it's other people face the same issue. Your volume is a bit low.
Yes, my microphone is a bit low. You have to turn up your volume if you want to listen to me. But other people seem to be able to hear me okay. All right.
Okay, I'm fine. Thanks. Just listening.
Okay. All right. So we'll go to Gavin. Hi, Gavin.
Hello, Ajahn.
Good to
How are
see you
you?
again. Good.
I don't have any questions today. I just finished my morning meditation and saw that you were on, so I thought I'd listen in.
I see. Are you in contact with your father?
No, I haven't messaged him for a few months at least now.
Oh.
How is he doing?
He's okay. I see him every morning. By the way, his father is a monk here, ordained for, I think, this is the second Pansa already, I think. Second main resident. Yeah.
I think so. Maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah. Okay. So you have no question?
No questions. Just continue to practice my mindfulness, which is not that strong yet.
Okay. All right. Let me go to Yannasangwararam. Did you raise your hand, Yannasangwararam?
Oh, yes, that was a while ago because I wanted to ask Alvin about if he was talking about the Lokuttara jhana, because I happen to know that there are indeed 2 different kinds of jhana for like people who have reached Maggavala. If they enter jhana like the Sotapannas and the other ones, other enlightened ones, they enter a different sort of jhana. Like I know maybe it's like deeper and.
I think you have to be the anagami. That's when you might enter into the jhana automatically.
Yes, but it's a slightly different kind of jhana.
There are 5 levels of jhana that an anagami will take rebirth in.
Yeah, I was just wanted to get clarification from Alvin to see if he was talking about this kind of jhana.
Yeah. This is the jhana that arises from wisdom. By getting rid of your sexual, your physical, your sensual desire, then your mind automatically becomes in a jhana state, because there's no sensual cravings to pull your mind down. So your mind enters into jhana automatically.
Because I also know there are some people who advocate to practice vipassana without the practice of samatha. They say that later, or when you progress with vipassana, that the jhana will come automatically. So,
it's possible, but it's unlikely. Otherwise, why would the Buddha teach you samadhi first?
That's exactly my point. What I try to tell them. So that's how I practice.
You need samadhi to develop wisdom. See?
Yes.
Without samadhi, you will not be able to contemplate for long. You might be able to contemplate just 1 or 2 seconds, 1 or 2 minutes, then your mind will be dragged by a vichar to go think about other things again.
It's true.
But it's pointless to argue. It's like 2 blind men arguing with each other,
Yeah.
We stick to the Buddha. The Buddha is not blind. The Buddha is a seer. He sees things that we don't see. So why do people still want to argue with the Buddha? The Buddha said,
there are surprisingly there are many people, many great teacher with many followers that advocate this kind of vipassana track, let's call it, and they have they say this goes back to the time of the Buddha. I don't know if you heard, like Goenka, S.N. Goenka, and many Burmese teachers, mainly, they advocate like that.
Yes, but they forget the four foundation of mindfulness. The starting.
They're forgetting a lot of things, because almost every sutta that I have read in the Tipitaka, it mentions that you have to start with the jhana first, the samatha first, and then vipassana will kind of like happen by itself after you re-emerge from the jhana.
So stick with the Buddha, I think. It's a sure thing. Other than that, no. Or if you stick with other teacher, they have to conform to the Buddha's teaching. Like the forest
actually,
Pamajana and all the teachers always practice samadhi first.
Yes, that's right. And because I practiced Vipassana first before I started my Shamatha practice. And it was difficult to make the shift. Up to now, I don't have any progress in Samatha, but still I'm following this method. And I think eventually for the long run, it's better.
Yeah. People jump, they don't stick to the step, they jump the step, so they keep falling.
Want to cut corners.
Step by step, or step by step, dana, then sila, then samadhi, then panya, then you won't fall. Like walking up the step, and just walking up step by step, you won't fall. If you try to jump to the higher step, then you might fall, right? You might break your leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually because I'm tall, I go 2 steps, but I never fall, but it's still okay. Because I'm 6'4", so I can go 2 steps and save some time, but that's a force of habit. I guess we cannot do like that in meditation, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, we have a newcomer, Jessica. Do you have anything to say?
Hello, Ajahn. No, I'm just happy to be here today.
Okay. How are you doing with your painful feeling?
Everything is good. Yeah, some things I really, really wish to share with you about newer developments as well, but I don't think. But actually, I'm planning to come see you on the 24th. Yeah, to visit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can share some of my private experience I've had before in person instead.
What day is it? Is it Sunday or?
It will actually be on Saturday. I believe it's Saturday, yes.
See, Saturday I give Dhamma talk in the afternoon.
Yes.
From 2 to 4, you have to see me around there.
Yes,
But,
thank you.
But you won't be able to convey in private because.
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah, you can say that in person, but I have people coming at that time to listen to Dhamma talk, just like now.
Okay.
So you can say it now. It's the same.
Okay,
thing.
then I will say it now.
Yeah.
So, Ajahn, I've been practicing constantly. This morning, I heard a voice while I was sleeping, and they said to me that I just got one word from them. They said they were my aunt, and I was not sure whose aunt. So I just noted as knowing, and I just let go. But later on in the afternoon, this came back, and I was just thinking, why is it keep coming back? So I called one of my relatives, and I actually asked her, did anybody from our family passed away this morning? She said yes, her aunt. So I just wanted to know, when you meditate into a certain level, things like this happened often for meditators?
Yeah, just anything can happen in your meditation. The point is how you should deal with them. You should not jump right in and believe what you hear, what you see.
Yes.
Instead, you should treat everything that you hear or see as anicca, dukkha, anatta for safety purpose.
Yes.
Because they are anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Yes.
If you treat it as anicca, dukkha, anatta, it won't be left in your mind. It will be gone by now. But you're still clinging to it. You're still thinking about it because you don't see it as anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Yes.
So you carry the burden of that sound until now.
Yes, I think so too. I think it's my other teacher said that whatever happens during your meditation, you should just know it and make a note. Don't cling to it. Don't attach to it.
Right.
So
just let it be.
yes.
And see what's gonna happen later on. It might be related to something that you didn't see then, but it might reveal something later on.
Yes.
If not, even if they reveal something, you just have to also just merely know.
Okay.
Because don't become attached to them, or don't think that this is advancing your practice.
Okay.
Because there's psychic experiences that can happen to people who meditate.
Yes.
Different types. So you have to know how to deal with them. That they are just experiences. They are anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Okay.
It's not what you want. What you want is emptiness, calm.
Yes, the emptiness and the calmness is what I was taught to do. But at the same time, it's it's like, oh, what is it? Yes. Oh, what is it?
You hear the expression "curiosity killed the cat"?
No, I've never heard of this expression before.
Yeah, I heard it somewhere. Curiosity kills the cat.
Okay.
So
okay. So I won't be knocking on anybody's doors then. So I will just note it as knowing.
Let it be. Let it go.
Okay, Ajahn. Thank you.
Okay. And should you know some more about it, maybe just know. Maybe this is one small piece of puzzle. You might get another piece later on. Just keep accumulating these things and just teach yourself.
Okay, Ajahn. Thank you.
Okay. So let me say hello to Cecilia. Hi, Cecilia.
Hello, Prachan. Hi, I'm from Penang. I'm actually frequent question and answers on Prachan's this one, the WhatsApp session. So actually I am very thankful. Prachan, you taught that the last question I asked is on the sense restraint. What is sense restraint, and how are we going to practice the sense restraint? And Prachan told that this sense restraint is actually connected to our kilesa, that is a sense desire. So very thankful that can really connect. But how, Prachan, how is it this we need to connect to the anicca, dukkha, anatta?
Yes, because if you see them as anicca, then you can see that the pleasure that you get from them is temporary. Like a cup of coffee. When you drink a cup of coffee, you have a pleasure, but it will lose very quickly. It will leave you empty again, and they want you to have more coffee. And you cannot get another cup of coffee, then you can feel bad.
Oh, I see.
Feel bad is dukkha. See, anicca is sometimes you get coffee, sometimes you don't get coffee. Anicca, it's not certainty. It's not certain that you can always have coffee at the time you want it to.
In this way, Prachan, we need to look at the sense, at our senses, the five aggregates. Yeah. Do we have? They are anicca, dukkha, and anatta. So, is there any benefit for us to concentrate on certain like we concentrate, we focus on the sense of, or whichever the one is more clearer to us.
No, the one that you attach to, you want to get rid of. If you attach to watching television, you want to stop. By teaching your mind to stop that watching television, it can cause you dukkha.
Oh,
when you have no television to watch, then you feel bad. You feel lonely.
So Prachan, actually sometimes I do watch, but nowadays I try not to watch all this.
Yeah, because it's anicca. It's not always there for you to watch. Sometimes you want to watch and then maybe there's no television for you to watch. You feel bad. But if you're not attached to watching television, then you won't feel bad if there's no television for you to watch.
Prachan, last time I have chanced upon a story told, a Buddhist story lah, but I cannot verify from where, but it tells about there's a monk asking another monk how to practice meditation, and then this monk pointed him to 5 holes there, and then he says, in order to catch a lizard, we have to
Block the hole.
Close the hole of 4 holes and let the only 1 hole free, so that the lizard can come out. Actually, I do not know what is the meaning of this story and what is the lizard represent.
Okay.
And holes
actually, it's not 5 holes. It's actually 6 holes. You miss 1 more hole. The 5 holes refers to the sensual organs: your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body. And then the 6th hole is your thought. So when you meditate, you want to close the 5 sensual organs, and then you just keep watching your thought. Then your thought is the lizard. If you want to catch your defilement comes with your thought.
So the lizard is the kilesa, the defilement.
That's right. You want to catch the defilement, because the defilement keeps causing you dukkha. So you want to get rid of the defilement by watching your thought. Then stop your thought by stopping your thought with wisdom or with mindfulness.
Oh, I see.
So you have to isolate yourself away from the 5 sensual objects first. Don't be near a television, don't be near food, don't be near people or things, because they are sensual objects and that can distract your mind from catching your defilement. So every meditator has to have sense restraint first. They have to go stay in a place where there are no sensual organs to disturb them. Then they can watch the mind to catch the defilement.
Prachan, can we able to catch this defilement even if we are not in sitting meditation posture?
You can do it in all postures, but to stop it completely, you have to sit in meditation to stop your defilement, make your mind become still. If you're in other posture, your defilement can still function, can still do things and cause you harm. So that's why you need to meditate, to sit still, so that you can completely stop your defilement. Even though it is temporary, but you can stop it completely. And when you stop it completely, you feel a sense of release and happiness from your meditation.
I see. Thank you very much, Prachan.
But when you move to the next step, vipassana, you want to use wisdom to get rid of your defilement. then you have to do this outside of meditation. You have to do it when you're doing things, when you see things, when you hear things, when you see and your defilement comes up. When you see something and you say you want it, then you have to use wisdom to stop your desire.
Oh, I see.
So actually there are two steps. The first step, you want to sit to stop your defilement. The second step, when you're moving around, you have to use wisdom to stop your defilement. All right? Okay.
Thank you.
It might be a little bit difficult for you to understand now because you haven't practiced it. You need to practice to be able to fully understand what I said.
Yeah, here in Malaysia, yeah, we out. Actually, Prachan, I have been to your temple earlier last year in September, taking 8 precepts for one week.
You came with a group, right?
I came with 3 of my friends.
Okay. All right. Well, good to see you again.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Hopefully we can plan another trip.
Yeah, in the future, I think when everything comes back to normal, then we can meet again.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to Prachan too. Thank you.
Let me go to Dean. Dean, you just came in.
Hi, Ajahn. Ajahn, it has been busy since last Friday, and you continue to give your time and energy to help here. So thank you very much. I was expecting maybe you will be too tired. So I'm very glad to see you. I'm very deeply appreciative of your many years of determination practice that is impacting me now. It's rare that I have this opportunity. I don't know, maybe tomorrow I will die. So I'm just happy to see you tonight. I have a question with 2 parts. Practical question to do with practice. I'll just go straight into it. The first part of the question, I watched a YouTube video of Leongpo Mahabowa Dhamma talk describing Ajahn Panyabado cremation. And in that video, I saw Leongpo preparing himself in front of his alms bowl during the meal. And he was looking at the food and seems hesitant to eat it for several minutes. This captivated me, and as I watched, it shows later that Leongpo was being very mindful with his eating, and it inspired me to practice this. I tried it for a few weeks, these 2 weeks. Can Ajahn describe and advise more about what I can practice with this process of feeding the body? I'm not sure if that day Ajahn was actually in front of Leongpo Mahabowa.
Well, monks are taught to contemplate on the purpose of eating before they eat. And the purpose is to maintain the body, to keep the body from getting sick. And it's not for the purpose of pleasure, for embellishment of the body, or for, like people do for fun, for enjoyment. Sometimes for socializing, for instance. Sometimes you invite friends to have dinner with you just for socializing, eating. Monks don't do this kind of eating. Monks do that for the purpose of feeding the body, maintaining the body. And the food that the monks eat will transform from the plate into the mouth, from the mouth into the stomach, and from the stomach to the toilet. This is how monks are taught to contemplate on the purpose of eating, so that his mind is not consumed by cravings or desire for food. He only eat like taking medicine.
Okay.
And then when he eats every bite, every time he takes food in, before he takes the food in, he watches his mind whether he takes it in because out of craving or not. If it's out of craving, then he should stop. Stop eating. You have to punish the craving, your defilement by not following your craving. If you eat for your craving, then I'm not going to eat. I'm going to eat for my body, for instance.
It's
So
very
maybe you
powerful.
want to eat this piece of food, then you say, no, if you want to eat, I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to eat something else.
It's very powerful. Yeah, I will continue to practice this in detail. The second part of the question, I've been practicing these things, and there's a lot to say about it, but you've given me a few more pointers, so I'll work on that. The second part of the question is it allowed for monks to exercise? Question mark. I read somewhere
Yes,
that
but in private. In public, monks do by walking, meditation, or going on arms round. This is how we exercise. We can do yoga in private if you want to stretch your back or legs or anything like that. If it doesn't look respectable, then we have to do it in private.
Longpo Mahabowa frequently do stretching exercise to keep his body agile and fit.
He did this in the morning when he went up to the dining hall and watched the monks prepare the place for.
Yes.
He would stretch and do some yoga in front of us.
There must be some wisdom in this, because I just want to find out, is it good to make one's
just
body
for the
fit?
purpose of maintaining the body. The
It's
body, once it gets old, the muscles tend to become stiff. So you need to stretch it.
It helps with the meditation, mindfulness practice.
And also getting rid of the pain that arises from having stiff muscle.
Okay. It's practical questions, but I'm working on these things, so I want to check with you, because I know you live with Longpo Mahabowa, and you yourself have practiced these things, and it's simple, but it's actually very powerful. Every mouthful of food, I practice quite detailed in meditation. It is very good practice. Like deep meditation, it reaps results, and it can be very beneficial. So I just want to check with you these two things. Ajahn, thank you very much. I will let other people have your time. Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you very much.
Anybody wants to ask, just raise your hand and unmute the microphone. Nobody? 23 people. Did I see anybody raise their hand? Okay, maybe you want...
Sarah.
Okay. You want to say something, Sarah?
Sorry, Ajahn. I have a question regarding the discriminating mind and the avijja. Like, we try to study so hard to train this discriminating mind. And what is the difference between this and avijja, please?
Well, avijja is ignorance of the truth. The truth is everything is the same. With avijja, then you see things differently. You say this is good and this is bad. So you have discrimination. Without avijja, then you see everything as the same. Everything is anicca, dukkha, anatta. Anatta is everything is made up from the four elements. Your body, my body are all made from the four elements. And it will return back to the four elements. So there's no need to discriminate. Okay. Is this clear enough? Maybe I'm not answering the right question. I'm not sure.
Ajahn, you spoke about you explained about the avijja. What about this mind that we try to train ourselves to differentiate from right and wrong, and we try to educate ourselves to know about anatta, for example. This is also, in a way, a kind of consciousness that we are training. but it may be kind of not the real wisdom. I think,
no,
yeah.
this is the truth of the things that we want to teach the mind. Everything that the mind comes into contact with are anicca, dukkha, anatta. Whether they are the sensual objects, whether they are the mental objects, they are anicca, dukkha, anatta. And if you cling to them, you can get dukkha. But if you don't cling to them, you let them come and go, rise and cease, then you have no dukkha. Our dukkha arises from our clinging to these objects. Like the body, we cling to the body. We want it to exist forever. But the truth is, it doesn't exist forever. So when it comes to cessation, we get dukkha, right? We become unhappy, sad. But if we have wisdom, then we can teach the mind to let go. And then when the body comes to cessation, we won't feel sad because we know this is what's going to happen. Like we know the ending of the story, but we don't want to see the ending of the story. So we keep fooling ourselves, deceiving ourselves that this body is going to exist forever. This is avijja. So that's why we have to constantly reminding ourselves that the body is anicca. It will cease one day, and when this day comes, no one knows. It can be today, it can be tomorrow, it can be 10 years from now, but it's gonna cease. That's for sure. But your mind doesn't like this truth, so you keep pushing it away, and so that you can keep deceiving yourself that you're gonna live forever. And then you feel worried when you start to see the uncertainty of your life. But if you keep reminding yourself that life is uncertain, it can cease any time, then when it happens, it will not make you feel bad. There will be no dukkha. Okay?
Thank you, Ajahn.
Anybody else? We're about 1 hour and 42 minutes now into the meeting. Okay, Jessica.
Hello, Ajahn. I would like to ask for some tips. I would like to know a little bit about how you got through some difficult times during your younger time when you were recently came into the monkhood. How you passed through difficult obstacles in the way. What tips can you share?
Mindfulness. Just calm when you feel unhappy, when you have any problem, just go meditate.
Just go and meditate. Yes.
Your problem won't go away. I mean, the problem outside of yourself won't go away, but the problem inside yourself will go away.
Yes.
So just meditate, and when you feel well, and then you look at everything, and then you can let go of everything. You can accept everything.
Yes. Okay.
And the problem is in the mind. The problem is in your mind. The mind doesn't want to accept reality. So your mind feel bad. So it becomes a problem.
Okay.
So you don't try to fix reality. What you should fix is your mind. So that your mind can accommodate reality.
Okay.
Accept reality. Then the problem will be solved that way.
Okay.
You don't need anybody's help. This is Atahi Atano Nato. You have to solve it yourself.
Yes. Thank you.
You have to calm your own mind. Let go of your attachment. Then when you do that, then all the problem will be solved. Will disappear.
Okay, Ajahn. Thank you.
Just when you have problem, meditate. If you cannot solve the problem outside, then just solve the problem inside. To go meditate.
Yes,
and leave the problem
Ajahn.
outside alone. Eventually, the problem outside will take care of itself because everything is anicca.
Yes, Ajahn.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I think it's about time for me to leave. About 1 hour and 45 minutes. I'll stay longer if anybody has any more questions. If not, then thank you for your time, for your participation. I hope this meeting is of some benefit to you. So I have to say goodbye now. Thank you and stay well. Stay
Thank
happy,
you, Ajahn.
and stay
Thank
mindful.
you.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, Ajahn. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you,
Thank you, Ajahn.
Amin.
Thank you. Thank you, Amin. Thank you, La.